Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. Today we are doing something that might give you an insight into my life, if you will. At the end of every year I do a roundup. I do multiple roundups in fact, of the shows that I've seen, and I also do my own version of a Spotify Unwrapped, but musical wise. I'm a Spotify user, have been for years, and so in doing that I feel like it gives an insight into how my whole year has been in relation to what I've seen and what I've listened to, etc. And next month I will make my general mid-year this is what I've seen video, which I do every single year. I do need to at some point watch last year to remember how to make that, because I've forgotten what I do. It's very easy at the end of the year because I just show all of my programs. I can't remember what I do mid-year. Anyway, that is coming up next month, but this month I thought I'd give you a little inkling into my on repeat, my songs that I have been fixating over recently. So yeah, that is basically what this video is. So stick around and we'll get into it in 2 whole seconds. So yeah, like I said, we are going to just talk a little bit about what I've been listening to recently, what I am slightly obsessed of, and what you are probably going to hear a lot about in the Wrapped video at the end of the year, because I feel like some of these are not going to go anywhere anytime soon. So without further ado, I've got my phone out. If anyone's ever wondered, this is my lock screen. It is the Northern Lights because she's travelled. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's get into On Repeat Studio Edition. Starting off with Endgame Part 2 from the recently released Chess on Broadway production. I know it's not for everyone, but I do enjoy a little bit of chess. I saw the concert version they did a few years ago and put in the Colosseum ? Which for some reason I want to. I feel like I should fact check myself before I get into this. Fact check. Please hold fact check. Fact check complete. It did include Cedric Neal as the Arbiter. I think that's why I loved it so much when I saw it, because yeah, it wasn't for the Anatoly. I'm not going to throw the tea out, but if you want to go and look on Wikipedia and see who was it. Speaking however of that character, which I'm pretty sure I just ruined the pronunciation of, isn't it like Anatoly Servietsky name? The song that I've been listening to quite a lot recently, which came from TikTok, thank you very much TikTok, is Endgame Part 2, which is sung by Nicholas Christopher, a name I don't really know much of, but 6 minutes 50 into said song you have the insane note that has been circulating around TikTok. I can't put the insane note in this video because it is so long and YouTube doesn't like long musical clips. It claims copyright. A little bit of YouTube knowledge there, but yeah, when you think it's gone and then it keeps going. You know this one? You think it's over, but no. Insane. I'm not even trying it. There are some songs out there, some musical based songs, when you drive in the car you're like, I could hit that, and you try, I haven't even attempted that one because it is insanely long and just incredible. And yeah, I am slowly dipping my toe into that Broadway cast recording. I've listened to Nobody's Side because I was told to by my friend Emmy when I was at her house. She was like, listen to this, and we did in silence. And I've listened to Endgame. I'm getting there slowly. So there may be more when it comes to the end of the year. Carrying on with the on repeat playlist, we have basically like second/third on the list, Paddington's The Rhythm of London. Either that or a Ray song from her latest album is a song that I listen to every single day. I start my day pretty much with Ray, and then Rhythm of London comes next. It's such a bop. It was a great moment in the show, and it is a great moment every day when I listen to it. Like from the moment 9 million hearts in this city. It's epic. It's so good. It's just the best. I love. There is a lot. I'm not gonna lie. We'll get through it now. There's a lot of Paddington on this on repeat playlist because I listen to it a lot. Next on the list, however, we're going from top to bottom here. We have got March Women March from Sylvia, which I'm excited about. I haven't bought a ticket yet, and I need to do that. I really want to watch it when it's in Birmingham. I'm tempted. I don't know if there's still a ticket available because I'm terrible at ticket buying unless I'm going with somebody. But I'm tempted by the Albert Hall one. It'd be an experience. But March Women March. Give me Beverly Knight singing The Phone Book and I would listen to it. She is a queen. End of story. Also on from Paddington, shall I just get Paddington out of the way? These are the Paddington songs I'm currently listening to. So we have Rhythm of London, we have I've Arrived, because it's just fun. It's Never Too Late Part 2. Why Part 2, not Part 1? Taron, end of story. Hard Stare, it's on there. It's Never Too Late Part 1. It's up there, but it's not as good as Part 2. I'm sorry. Exploring the Bear, end of story. That's Paddington out. I do listen to a lot of it, but it's just so good. Going back into the list, we have technically not musical, but is a musical because we don't have an actual cast recording for it. We only have the concept album by the writer himself, Passenger, from The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry. We've got Song for the Countryside, which actually is sung by both Passenger and Jack Wolf because he brought him along. Jack Wolf was the balladeer when it was at Chichester, in case you didn't know. My TikTok knows because every so often it comes up with a, hey, let's just have a moment of Harold Fry, and I'm like, sure, why not? But the Song for the Countryside is such a lovely song, and driving to and from work, ironically through the countryside, it just sounds so nice. This is such a summer based song, but it's musical theatre, but it's not musical theatre, it's just a little bit of everything, and it's just stunning. End of story. I would die for a full cast recording of all the songs that were in that show. We have a good collection of them, but like I said, they're sung by Passenger and not by the cast, and as much as I love Passenger, it's not the same. Apologies for the dog barking. I have my windows open because it is sunny for once in the UK. So yeah, dog noise. Back to technically musical but not musical, we have from Moulin Rouge the film, the Elephant Love Medley. I'm classing it as musical theatre, because there is a musical version of it in London and touring. I'm moving on. Going next to the Übermensch. Das Übermensch. As mentioned when I saw the tour version earlier this year, when I was sat in the interval of that show at the Grand Theatre and I looked at my programme, because I always do in the interval, I buy it at the beginning, I then don't look at it until the interval because that's the kind of gal I am. And it got to the song list, which I knew off by heart because, you know, I do enjoy a bit of Operation Mincemeat. Well, that wasn't English. Operation Mincemeat. So yeah, I had it. I was skipping through. Song list turned up, and I was like, oh yeah, that is how Act 2 starts. The amount of times I drive into work just as that song starts, and you're just like, my windows are open. People who don't understand musical theatre are going to get very confused about what I'm listening to right now. But I'm okay with that. I can't not listen to it. I can't skip it. The reason why most of these songs are on the on repeat playlist is because I cannot skip them. They are unskippable right now to me. They may be skippable in time because if you don't know this about me, I have mentioned it before, but I'm very much a person that has songs that I will listen to over and over and over again. Sometimes because I've just seen the show, or sometimes just because it's recalled a memory in my head, and I will listen to them and listen to them and listen to them until either it gets replaced by a new fixation, or I get fed up of them, but I can't because they're musical theatre songs and you can never get fed up of them. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to get fed up with Paddington. It's just as simple as that. So yeah, these are going to be around for a while and they shall never be skipped. Can you tell it's a bit warm today and I'm in a cardigan? Next on the list we have another Passenger Stash Harold Fry song. We have Keep On Walking Mr. Fry, which wasn't massively, my English today is terrible, wasn't massively high on the ranking of songs from that show. Like, Song from the Countryside will always be quite high up, and of the ones that we can listen to thanks to Passenger putting the concept album out, I feel like Keep On Walking Mr. Fry was there because of what happens in the show and who it is sung by in the show. And if you saw the Oliviers, you will know that in the show this song is pretty much led by the one, the only, the insanely talented woman who I'm just in awe of, Jenna Boyd. And that Olivier performance, when she's literally pretty much belting her heart out to the insane amount of people that were in that theatre or that space, and just, yeah, moving on. But I feel like since the Oliviers happened, I have listened to it a bit more and it's just so good. 3 left. We have got an oldie but a goodie. Not old because it's an old musical, but an old, like, favourite in a way. From Groundhog Day we have the song If I Had My Time Again. That is definitely my most listened to song from the cast recording, pretty much from the show, but there is something about the beat in that song, like, it just keeps me going. It's definitely one that I always put on after I've come out of a gym class. Like, you're tired and this comes on.
Surely you'd want to make a couple of fixes.
Like, you can't not. You can't. Sneaky peek. Yeah, you can't not keep going to that song. It's just like, yeah, you can do it. And I love that kind of song. From that, however, and you may have heard it when I skipped by accident, also on this repeat playlist, we have Finale B from Rent. I love Rent. It's one of my favourite shows ever. Sorry. It is definitely up there on my favourite list. It has a place on this wall behind me. You can just never see it because it's quite towards the top. But like If I Had My Time Again, the feel of this song, it being pretty much one of the last songs of the show, I do listen more to the motion picture version thing, just because it's the one I've got on most with over the years, controversially maybe, but like with Groundhog Day again, If I Had My Time Again, there's almost a euphoric like yes moment, and it's just yeah, you can just go, okay, I can keep going. Like the fact it goes from there is no future, you know, to like halfway through then dips again, and then so good. It's bloody good musical. Yes, you will sob at it, but it's just such a piece of work. I just love it. Finale B. I love it so much, with a passion, as you can tell. And the final one that is musical based on this playlist is Change of Plan from Ballad Lines. Now Ballad Lines, when I saw it, this is what I'm saying before, Ballad Lines, when I saw it, and it, because it had the cast recording, or a cast recording available, I listened to it on repeat for a long time. Then the Paddington cast recording came out, and so I had a mix of the two. But the reason that this one is still on the on repeat playlist, which Spotify pretty much is in charge of, they say it's made for you, but they decide what goes on it. So some of the songs I feel like I've probably listened to more, but haven't quite made it onto this playlist yet. But the beginning of the Ballad Line song that is on this playlist, which I don't think I've even said, which is Change of Plan, is on here because so much of my life I'm just minding my own business, and all of a sudden, so what? It wasn't part of the plan, so what? Comes into my head. And I don't even know where it's come from. It's like it's lodged somewhere towards the back, and every so often it just goes, so what? It's not part of the plan, so what? It's just insanely good. But I feel like when we get towards the end of the year and we do the whole Unwrapped musical based video, I feel like there'll probably still be quite a lot of Ballad Lines on there. I do listen to a lot of the cast recording that is available on Spotify on a daily basis. They're calling it a concept album on Spotify. I apologise. Technically not a cast recording, sorry. But yeah, I predict quite highly at this point in the year that Ballad Lines is going to be quite high up there. But it would be interesting to see. I always love an Unwrapped when it comes to that time of year, and it's like, hey, this is your Unwrapped, this is everything you've been listening to in the last year, and you're like, huh, thanks for letting me know. Because there's always like a rogue choice in there. You're like, surely I didn't listen to this that much. But I did enjoy last year. Spotify told me how many times I listened to specific songs, although I do worry the level of plays for Rhythm of London, bearing in mind it's been out about a month at the time of recording and I pretty much listen to it every single day so far without fail, so it's going to already be quite high. But hey ho, what's life without musicals and listening to them? Musicals were made to listen to, I suppose. And on that bombshell, let's round it off. Yeah, that is what I've been listening to so far this year. Like I said, hopefully I will be filming some more mid-month or mid-year, should I say, roundups over the next couple of weeks. I also hopefully have got some more theatre-based content that isn't me just rambling, which is very exciting. I have some trips in the making, which mean that the nervous guides will be back, the reviews that aren't reviews will be back, the things that I love to make will be back, and I'm very excited about that. I'm just excited to be back in a theatre. I haven't been in one in about 2 weeks at time of filming, and I haven't been in a big theatre in a very long time. I miss it. I miss it so much. This must be what being in a long distance relationship is like. I miss him so much. Anyway, before we get too crazy, I'm going to silence myself and leave you alone for another week. Thank you for watching whatever this was. Tell me down below what you've been listening to. Are you obsessed with this music as much as me? And what are your top plays, if you will? I'm interested to find out what everyone else is listening to, because everyone just walks around with headphones. You never know what anyone's listening to. It's just intriguing to me. Anyway, I'm going to leave this video here and say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you come back next time. Other than that, the last thing to say is the thing I say every time, and that is so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen and goodbye. Bye everyone.